Happy evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. And I welcome you all to the meeting of the Value Toastmasters Club to everyone. There was a sweet quote called Life is about learning new things and relearning the old things. Life is about learning new things and relearning old things. So, as the same way, we are gonna learn some new knowledge from this session with new perspective of this topic. Hope let's wait and watch and learn it. Now, before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. Now, as our meeting are happening in online because of this pandemic, so the ground rule should be mentioned as a Toastmaster, we do not talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing about these topics. Please put yourself on mute if you're not speaking. Please turn off your camera video if you're stepping out of the meeting. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goal, likewise our Toastmaster is also having a mission. The mission of a Toastmaster club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skill, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I announce this meeting as open and hand over the stage to the presiding officer. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sadhna. Today I'll be be the acting presiding officer. I welcome you all. I welcome all the guests. I welcome all Toastmasters outside VTC. I now officially open VTC 110. Without further ado, let me hand over the session and let's know what's gonna happen. Who lets the dog out? Who? Let's know who is it. Over to you, Toastmaster Saumini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krithi. Dogs, dogs, dogs. Everybody loves them. Well, not everyone loves to touch them and play with them like my mom, but at least we love them by watching these cute dog videos on social media. We never seem to get enough of these dogs' cuteness, their intelligence, quirkiness, and their humorous ventures. But wait, do you think that dogs started existing alongside humans since the beginning of time? No? All these variety of breeds that we have today, do you think existed thousands of years ago when we were playing with stones and finding fire? Or from what species do you think these domestic dogs we have today evolved from? Keep thinking on that. Until then, let's hear it from our general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Karupaswamy, and his team on the proceedings of the meeting and how they are going to guard and monitor the speeches and segments of today. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Actually, today the theme of the day is very nice. Who let the dog out? See, as said by our TMOD today, dogs, they're having many good things with the dogs. See, when you are having the dogs at home, you will come to know this. See, dogs are very, very sensitive. So, I have 2 dogs at my home, 2 Rajapalayam dogs. See, whenever I'm coming from the office, both of them used to come to me and hug me. I have to spend 3 to 5 minutes after coming back from the office. So that much freedom they have to. So I'm the general evaluator of this meeting, an evaluator for anything and everything that takes place throughout the meeting, like the watchdogs. See, I have totally I have we have 6 dogs including me. One is I have tag team 3 dogs and then 2 evaluators and myself. So half dozen of the dogs we are here. So I have tag team with me. Evaluation team will be I will introduce them after the prepared speech. When the evaluation session starts, I will introduce the tag team now. First, we have Toastmaster Ashwin for watching the time, how the Toastmasters are maintaining the time. If they are not maintaining the time, Ashwin will show with a bark sound with green, yellow and red. Now I request Toastmaster Ashwin to demonstrate how she will take care of the timer role. Over to you, Ashwin.
Thank you, General.
Like that we have to tell when we pause.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear friends. Apart from myself and Mr. Karpsamy over here, does anyone else have a dog over here among us? Any dog owners?
Ashwin, you have a dog?
Yeah, I do.
So we have to be very careful when we go to his home. So that is the mind voice, no? Your mind voice.
Ashwin, I was.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, usually when I'm with my dog, I can't keep track of the time. And when I continuously start playing with him, and especially not keeping track of time, I usually end up exhausting myself, and even my dog ends up exhausting itself, and we are done for the day. The moral of the story being, it's very important to keep time limits for any activity to ensure that we have maximum productivity. Similarly, in Toastmasters, there are predefined time limits set for each speech. And as the timer today, my role is to alert each speaker on the time they have left using the green, yellow, and the red card for specific timings. On that note, let me tell you how each time limit for each card work. For prepared speeches, I will be flashing the green light at 5th minute and yellow light at 6th minute and the red light at the 7th minute. And for the prepared speeches, the time limit is between 5 minutes to 7 minutes. For evaluation, the time limit is between 2 to 3 minutes with the green light flashed at the 2nd minute, yellow light flashed at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red light flashed at 3 minutes. For table topic speeches, the time limit is between 1 to 2 minutes with the green light shown at the 1st minute, yellow light shown at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red light shown at the 2nd minute. A buffer time of 30 seconds will be provided to each speaker once the red light has been shown so that they can wrap up their speeches. A quick tip to all the speakers who will be presenting today: keep track of the timer so that you can stay focused on your speech while not being too distracted about the time. And at the same time, once the yellow card has been flashed, I recommend all the speakers to start wrapping up the speeches so that they can stay within the required time limit. That's it from my side. I'll be ready with my report at the end of the session. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwin, for demonstrating the timer role very well. See, next is the accounter role. Accounter for account role we have Toastmaster Sadhana here. I am handing over the virtual session to Toastmaster Sadhana to explain accounter role, as well as whenever somebody dogs used to make like that. See, some of our Toastmasters, if they make, you just note it down, don't bite them. Over to you, Sadhana.
Am I obvious?
Yes, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Okay. Again, welcome back to Toastmasters TMOD, and well, I am Sadhana. My role of this day is is gonna be our counter. No? Okay. Coming back to the intro. Now I spoke two sentences, but which it makes you feel clumsy and not understandable in a proper way. Because I used some hamper sounds in between the two sentences, and that's the reason why for my unpleasant speech. So in that two sentence, I used half or two times, well for one time, for three times, for one time. And also I repeated the word that I used for two times. These are the fillers that would affect our effectiveness in delivering your speech. I will count the number of unnecessary sounds or repetitive words you used when you speaking on the stage. Now you come to know my role as a heart counter, and I am your Toastmaster Satna. At the end of the meeting, I will be back with you my report, and thank you. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sadhana, for explaining the accounter role. The next is grammarian. See, all of us know the grammarian. See, we should have learned from the school days. See, school teacher, if you do the conjunctions, if you error in conjunction, this small error, she used to call us, and in my school days they used to beat me. Like that, we have a grammarian. We have a grammarian here, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. Please come online, ma'am. Please explain how you are going to do something to correct the. See, if it is a better grammar sentences, you have to do some applause sound. How no? See, the dogs, when the unknown persons come to your home, they will bark like that. Wow, wow. See, if the known persons are coming to our home, the sound will be different. Ooh, ooh, like that. Ashwin knows better than Ashwin. You are able to identify the sound. See, the Mahalakshmi, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi will do like that. See, if any good sentence, good usage of English is there, she will do like that. If something wrong with the Toastmaster, some opportunity for improvement are there, means she will bark. Over to you, Mahalakshmi.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Karpaswamy sir. Sir, you really make my work off. You told me like I can. You explained off of the grammarian rules. Thank you so much. And very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. This is Toastmaster Mahalakshmi as a grammarian today. As Karpaswamy sir said, I'm be a grammarian. I wrote it down the language and grammars used all of the speakers and noticing the incomplete sentence, pronunciation, grammatical mistakes. And one more responsibility is to me is introducing the word of the week. The word of the day is temperament, which is a person's characters, especially as it affects the way she or he behaves and feels. For example, twins look alike, but they differ in temperament, with the one being outgoing, another is shy. Temperament is a noun based on Latin verb to temper. I encourage to everyone use the word of the day. Now I'll give this opportunity to everyone. Please use this time. Any volunteers? The word temperament. I'll definitely give a sound ooh ooh, or if anybody makes a mistake, I'll give a ooh ooh sound. Don't worry, it's just a try. Anyone can do this. Temperament. Anyone willing to take this chance? I guess Toastmaster Archana.
Whenever there is a dog inside my room, my temperament is tested to its limits.
Congratulations, you used this chance. And hope all the people will use the word in futures. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator Toastmaster Karpaswamy.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, for explaining the role of grammarian. as you said, you are going to, you are the main role player in the tag role. See how no timer is going to count the, is going to do the both, is going to set the both the minimum and the maximum ranges. A counter, she is also having the limited access. Grammarian, it's not like that. So you can suggest anything to the Toastmasters, the good and bad usage of the English. So that is very important. So all the best to the team, my tag team, the three gods of this session. I will be back during evaluation section when called by Toastmaster of the day. I'm handing over the session back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Somani. Thank you so much.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Now back to the question. 30,000 years ago, when our ancestors first found fire, dogs did not exist. But there did exist one kind of species that later evolved to become dogs today. Do you all have answer to my question on which species it is that dogs evolved from? You could have used both your brain muscle and finger muscles to Google.
Wolf.
Yeah. Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, that answer is invalid because I've already told you the answer over call. There is another species also that also comes closer to wolf. Any other guesses?
No, so many. After that, I read it from Google.
Okay.
Anyway.
Jackals.
Okay. Another one.
Hyenas.
No. Hyenas are, no, they are predators, right?
Fox.
Right, fox. Well, not exactly the wolves we do have even today, the wolves that dogs evolved from, but there were a pack of wolves called the proto-wolves, which distinguished themselves from the rest of the wolf pack. Again, there were aggressive ones even in these proto-wolves, and then there were the tame ones. The aggressive ones were driven off by the humans, but the tame ones, well, you guessed it, came closer, gave everyone a sniff, got to know the tribe, and this was where the evolution of canines split. These friendlier canines came and settled near the human settlements with their packs. And by protecting their pups, they also protected the humans from other predators in the forests. And the humans would throw them a bone. This formed as a mutual understanding and arrangement between the proto-wolves and the humans. Food for protection. By 16,700 years ago, they were completely domestic, no longer wild or anything like their wolf cousins. They were dogs. Now, before we continue this story and learn more about how one species sprang into different breeds that we have today, let us hear the first speech lined up from Toastmaster Archana from L&D Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Archana is the second runner-up in the Division A Table Topics contest. Toastmaster Archana, I'd love to see you give a TT today. And she also loves gardening. Before I shall call upon Toastmaster Archana to give her speech, I'd like to call upon her evaluator, Toastmaster Kriti, to read out her speech objectives.
Thank you, Tia Modi. Today, our target speaker, Toastmaster Archana, will be delivering her Level 2 Project 1 speech in the Pathway Strategic Relationships. The purpose of this project for the member is to identify her primary leadership style. And the purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of her primary leadership styles or leadership style or styles in general. I will be evaluating on using different evaluation criteria such as clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, gestures, audience awareness, comfort level, interest and eye contact. All the best, Toastmaster Archana. Rocket. Over to you, Toastmaster.
It's a pleasant.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kriti. Toastmaster Archana, can we do a small audio and video check?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are. Are you ready?
Yes.
Toastmaster Archana, born or made or self-made? Born or made or self-made, Toastmaster Archana?
It is a pleasant day I'm strolling over the arid lands of Indiana, USA. Here I see a majestic creature walking towards me. I'm having goosebumps. Who is this? Who are you? Oh, who are you? I'm a human. You don't know me. I'm the king of birds. I once was ravenously hungry and picked up a mule deer fawn for dinner. Tennyson calls me, like a thunderbolt, he falls. I am the eagle, the king of birds. What brings you to my home pitch? Oh, what an attitude, I thought. Audience, now on the eagle. When the eaglets are little grown up and they are ready to go out of the nest, there are some couch potatoes like me who refuse to go out. So, what does the mama eagle do? The mama eagle brings worms and entices the young ones by going around the nest, and she eagerly pulls them out of the nest. Some of the eaglets are very curious and they try to jump out. And once they jump out, like a roller coaster, they fall into the air. And Mama Eagle, the protective one, goes down and picks them up and puts them into the nest. Then she looks for the next chick who is ready. And again, she repeats the routine for days together. You know why she does that? She wants the chicks to be prepared to go out of their comfort zones and be the real eagle, the purpose for which they were born. Now, I'm really happy that I have been born as a human where my parents fed me for 20 years safely in my home, not like the eagle parent. Oh, I'm proud to be the eagle parent. Now, Archana, do you know what happens to an eagle when it hits the age of 40? Oh, does it undergo any midlife crisis? Hey, shut up, you stupid human. Please try to have some sense and think about it. Now, for the sake of you, audience, what the eagle told me was when an eagle hits the age of 40, its talons become very weak and it's no longer able to tear the prey. Its beak is blunt, it's not able to hold the prey. Its feathers are all worn out from years of high flying. Now, the eagle is all ready to just sit and die. Or my dear audience, do you know what does the eagle do? The eagle has the other choice of living further. How does it do it? The eagle flies to a high mountain and ends up in a crevice. The eagle hits its own beak against the rock and breaks it. Now it's full of blood and it waits patiently for many days for a beak to be grown again. Now, when the beak is grown again, it's obviously sharp. Now, the eagle again cuts open its own talons by itself and waits patiently for a new set of talons to grow. Then the eagle picks its own feathers out, the old ones, and waits patiently, my dear audience, for 150 days, for 150 long days, for the feathers to be grown again. Now it is a new eagle, and this the bird watchers or the ornithologists call the famous flight of rebirth for the eagle. The eagle takes this flight and lives on for another 30 years. I bowed to the mighty bird, and then I flew to the Yellowstone National Park, where I saw a shy guy walking around, and he says, "The strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack." Hey, aren't you Akela, Mowgli's wolf friend from the Jungle Book? Huh, yes, I am. A little more about this shy guy. The wolves have to travel long territories to capture a single prey. 9 out of their 10 killings, are they success, as you might be guessing? No. 9 out of their 10 hunts don't result in a killing. They are unsuccessful, and only 1 in every 10 or 12 hunts they are able to catch a prey. And every other situation is a failure for these pack of wolves. What do they do if they don't end up in a kill? The wolves get together, they are very noisy, they howl together, they fight, and it all ends in a few moments. They again reassemble, and the alpha tells them, "Guys, it's now time to move on. If we don't go the right way, we are not going to hit at our next prey. At least let's hope that the next hunt ends up in a prey." What an attitude, my dear friends. We all get down and we all get bogged down when we don't hit success every single time. And these wolves, They have a success rate of 10%, and still they all fight towards survival and they all fight towards possibilities. I really admired the way the wolf was walking towards his pack with a lot of pride. Hey, who's this splashing water on my face? Oh my God, it's my mom. She says, are you not supposed to be picking your daughter from the exam? She must be waiting in the school and here you are napping. What are you thinking about blabbering about wolves and eagles in the middle of the afternoon? Just now I realized that it has been a dream. Or was it an augmented reality? Just these two animals have given me so much of insight about leadership. What would the other animals be teaching me? The bugs, the ants, the elephants, all those beautiful beings who live in a group and teach us so much of concepts on leadership. Don't you think, audience, that these two beings have taught us different styles of leadership? The eagle taught us by being a parent what coaching style of leadership is by pushing its own young one out of the comfort zone. Transformation leadership is what comes to my mind when I think of the transformation that the eagle undergoes and the pain it undergoes. The wolf, yes, he has taught me who a participative leader is and how we achieve things collaboratively. My own style, if I reflect, I feel I am a mix of everything. I am a kind of a dictator sometimes, I am a participative leader, I am a coaching leader sometimes, but I feel genuinely that the situation is the one who should teach you which tool to pick. A difficult situation would want you to be a Hitler where the team follows you straight. And a tricky solution where you want to achieve, you may have to do a collaborative thinking and you become a collaborative leader. So, in a nutshell, I feel a single form of leadership is not going to help anyone. And every day you may have to be a different leader. So, are leaders born or made? Or, as Stephen Covey rightly said, are they self made as the eagle, the wolf, the elephant, or the bug? What do you feel, Toastmaster? Toastmaster of the day?
Thank you, Toastmaster Rachna. I loved how your speech was also in league with today's theme. Now let us all take 1 minute break to give our feedbacks to Toastmaster Rachna. You can send in your feedbacks either in the chat window or to her personally. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is over. We can make this quite interactive by also giving your feedbacks, by voice, being vocal.
Oh, 1 minute is up, TMOD.
Thank you, Timer. So, proto wolves became the human friendly, tame dogs. Dogs became humans' best friends, where we took them to hunting, farming, and they aided us in all our adventures. In ancient regions, dogs were also mourned upon their deaths and performed ceremonial rites and duties, or even mummified and taken to afterlife. But as Lord Baelish in Game of Thrones says, it doesn't matter what we want. Once we get it, we always want something else. Humans wanted more out of what dogs could do. For tracking and hunting purposes, they took the fastest dogs with the keenest noses and bred them together. And the human population living in the Arctic regions had different requirements, right? Any guesses? Humans living in the North and South Pole, what requirement would they have possibly had out of dogs?
Hunting?
Uh, hunting is prevalent in all regions. Something particular to snowy
Sledging.
region. Yeah,
Transport
exactly.
itself, the movie Togo, We
Yeah.
watched it recently.
Correct. Pulling sleds. For this purpose, they bred the larger dogs with other larger dogs and they gave birth to bigger, stronger dogs for sled pulling, some of which we dearly know today as Alaskan Malamutes, Samoyeds, and the Siberian Huskies. Okay, we are getting closer to the breeds that we know today. But apart from these, we also do have the cute ones, even the ones that can fit into our purses and teacups. How did those come into existence? Funnily, these came into existence only 400 years ago. Before we dive into knowing the how, let us have the second speech of the day by Toastmaster Maheshwaran from SMBEC Toastmasters Club, Puducherry. Toastmaster Maheshwaran is the newest VP membership in his club and a foodie. Before we call upon Toastmaster Mahesh to give his speech, let us hear from his evaluator, Toastmaster Dinesh from L&T Toastmasters Club, who's a father of two beautiful children and has lived almost all of his life in the UAE. He works in L&T as a head of quality and he loves to read, travel, watch cinemas, and listen to music. Over to you, Toastmaster Dinesh. Toastmaster Dinesh, we cannot hear you. You can probably kill the video and just talk.
Yeah, I hear.
Yeah, now you're audible.
No, he signed off, I think. I'm Karaswamy here. Dinesh is not there in the screen. Evaluator is there. Mr. Dinesh? Toastmaster
Yeah,
Dinesh?
he's on video,
Yeah, he is.
but we're not able to hear.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. We
Yeah.
can hear.
Okay. So should I start from beginning?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry for that. Timer, please. Note the time starts now. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My target speaker, Toastmaster Maheshwaran, is going to deliver his speech number 1 of level 3 leadership pathways. Toastmaster Maheshwaran is supposed to design to help the developing realistic plans and bringing those plans into realization. I expect he will be humorous or informational or any other form or style. The speech is expected to be between 5 to 7 minutes. And the speech should not be a report of the planning and implementing project delivered before, might have delivered before. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. Toastmaster Mahesh, can we do a quick audio and video check?
Actually, my speech time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. It's only of planning segment. Timer, please make note that. Whether my video and audio is visible for all?
Yeah, it's perfect. Toastmaster Maheshwaran. Kickstart VPM. Kickstart VPM, Toastmaster Maheshwaran.
Plans are nothing. Planning is everything. The growth of the club depends upon the member. The growth of the membership depends upon the vice president membership. Hi all, this is Toastmaster Maheshwaran, the vice president membership of SMBC Toastmaster Club. After the officer training program, I got many ideas on my bucket list. But when I think about the execution, it's not applicable in my college forum. So I was in a situation where I should think a unique idea to add members to our club. So in search of tandoori, I find pani puri. is nothing but the unique way need not to be a complex or an expensive one. It can be a cheaper one like a pani puri. So I like to conduct many campaigns during Saturdays, the days where the student doesn't like to hear the boring lectures from the staff. So during that day, I will conduct campaign and get the feedbacks from those students. From that feedback, I will have the right clarity, the person who is really interested to join the Toastmaster forum. Once get the information from the students, I will directly have the contact with the students and make them clear what the benefits they will be get from the Toastmaster fraternity and what are the achievements till that we Toastmaster club and members have done now, and also what are the takeaways will be available for that students from the Toastmasters. If if the guests attending the meeting regularly, I also plan to give them a tag role so that they will taste the essence of Toastmaster, which will be the pathway for the guests to become the members. When you want to walk fast, walk alone. When you want to walk for a long term, walk with a team. To execute all this term, I want a team. Luckily, I was blessed with a lovely excom, those who help in all experts to add new members. Mainly, these two pillars, BPPR and treasurer, are balancing the string BPM. Without these two pillars, there is no balance in the BPM group. Only by the effective and attractive player of BPPR, I will get the audience for the meeting. Those audience will turn into the members of our Toastmaster club. The treasurer will act as the backbone of BPM, help in each and every situation to add members at right time so that we can get the membership award. Coming together is beginning. Keeping together is a progress. Working together is a success. Before concluding my speech, I like to remind you all, when you want to walk fast, walk alone. When you want to walk for a long term, walk with a team. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahesh. Now let us all give 1 minute break to give our feedback to Toastmaster Mahesh. You can do it either using the chat window, your personal chat, or even the mic. Timer, please let us know when 1 minute is over.
Oh, 1 minute is up. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, timer. Back to the breeds that we have today. How they got so different from the proto-wolves. The answer to this question is a 50-year-old Russian experiment involving silver foxes. Whoever guessed foxes in the beginning, you were right. The Russian scientist named Dmitry Belair experimented, and his experiments would test the foxes to their defensive reaction against humans. And they would take only the tamest 10% to the breeding and expose only them to the human context from a very young age. These pups develop the habits of wagging their tails, being gentle to the humans, licked the humans excitedly, and barked all day, all of which you would see in a regular domestic dog. Sooner, these foxes started showing physical changes as their ears started to get flappier and their tails curvier. Now, you might ask, okay, Soumi, get to the point where we got Shih Tzus, Pugs, and Pekingese. Before I answer that question, let's jump into the table topic section of the day and pick your brains and test your impromptu speaking skills. Over to the table topics master of the day, Toastmaster Shrutika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Good evening, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. Here we are stepping into the exciting session of today's part. Table topics helps members practice the art of improvisation and also helps us think on our feet. This helps us develop four vital communication skills, which are listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. The topics that I have preferred for you will hopefully help all of us becoming better at improvisation. Since we are at Toastmasters, try and provide a speaking opportunity to maximum audience members. So the session is not restricted to the members alone, even the guests can participate. Hope everyone gives this a shot. I randomly call anyone to participate, or you can volunteer to come up on the stage by raising your hands. Before we begin, I request the timer to call out the timing guidelines for the table topic round once again.
Oh, good evening once again. I'm the Tiber and I'll be explaining the rules for the table topic session. So for table topics, the time limit required to stay within to be qualified is 1 to 2 minutes. So once you cross the 1 minute time limit, you'll be receiving the you'll be flashed the green card, which signifies that you've been qualified. At 1 minute 30 seconds, you'll be flashed the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, the red card will be flashed, after which you'll be having 30 seconds to complete your speech, beyond which you'll be disqualified. You'll also be given 30 seconds before beginning your speech so that you can collect your thoughts and form a nice speech. That's it from my side. Over to the TTM. Thank you.
Thank you, timer. So, okay, let's begin. Who will be the first volunteer?
I myself, Swami.
Okay, sir. So, here is the topic for you. Dog is the best service animal. Is that right or wrong? I repeat the topic again. Dog is the best service animal. Is that right or wrong? Over to you, sir.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and beloved guests. Specific to table topic master, thank you for the question placed on me. See, dog is a service animal or not? There is no doubt in this. See, as explained by our Toastmaster of the day, we are using dogs for many purposes, just for guarding the home as well as in the Antarctica and Arctic areas. We are using the dogs for pulling the sledges, and then see, it is replacing the camera. See, it is a computerized cameras. See, dogs, it can smell who is coming 50 to 100 feet away, and then he or she will be alert that when he is coming this side or not. Then if the stranger is coming towards your home, just they will bark and they announce that they are here, and then the strangers will go away from our home. That's the thing the dogs are doing. See, in my home, if I say dogs in front of my wife, she will be angry. Why? Because they are pet to her. Even though they are not coming inside the home, they are guarding around the compound walls. She is more affectionate to the dogs. She will lose temperament whenever some people are telling something about the dog. Why this is barking like that? When some strangers or some visitors, they will go around our street, and then they used to ask my wife, why this is barking. Don't say this is, you say his name is Mani and Bhima, like that. she used to lose her temperament when the people are kidding like that. So dogs are useful to the core. Thank you so much for the subject. Question to me. Over to you, table topic master, Toastmaster Sutika.
Thank you so much, Karupaswamy sir. Actually, there is a universal rule that the dog should not be called as dogs always. Be aware of it, everyone. So, next volunteer, Ashwin. I can see that you have raised your hand.
Okay, yeah, I'm willing to volunteer.
Okay. Mm. Is it encouraging to have pets in home, especially allowing them to play with pets? If yes, why? And if no, why?
I would like to use my 30 seconds of buffer time.
Sure.
I'll be beginning my speech now. So growing up, I always wanted to have a dog. And when I was around 15, 16 years old, I finally got my wish came true. We adopted a small dog into my house. And that time I didn't know that I was instead adopting a brother and not just any dog. And his name was Sandy. And when it comes to Sandy, there are so many terms, so many things I learned from him that I think that is common to all pet owners. That is how to be so affectionate, how to be caring, how to be delicate. Because dogs are not just pets. Once you adopt them, once you take them into, they become your family. And what I would like to say is when it comes to around being, when they're being around children, children also get to have a fun partner whom they can play around with, and they also get to know important values like how to not be aggressive to other people, and they can begin that by knowing how to behave around with dogs. And obviously the parents also will know how to they'll be able to train the dogs so that they don't be aggressive towards the children as well. And when it comes to taking in dogs and why I'm supportive of it, I would always say that dogs will drastically change your life in a positive way. And I also recommend that people adopt the street dogs and the other puppies that we see in the roadside rather than importing any foreign breeds that are not exactly suitable for our Indian climate. That's it from my side. Over to TTM.
Thank you so much, Ashwin. Even I do agree with your words. TM Archana ma'am, can I have you on stage for table topics?
Actually, my bandwidth is low. Is it okay if I don't have my video on? I have connected on mobile.
Yes, ma'am, it's totally okay.
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, your topic is if you were changed as a dog, what do you think about humans? I repeat it again. If you have changed as a dog, what do you think about humans? Over to you, ma'am.
I see all the hustle and bustle of having pets at home. I am a dog lover myself. I am a dog today, so what do I feel? The humans always feel that the dog is happy and he's wagging his tail and he's going around the humans, helping them out in chores. But unlike the ancient times when the dogs had a lot of space to roam around and they were kept in huge farms where they had to mend the sheep and the sheep dogs were there. The dogs of today, what do they really have? They have a small room, if at all one, in an apartment where they are potty trained. Some are not potty trained. So I feel when I become a dog, I would definitely lose the freedom which I would be having as a street dog, when I can freely roam around from street to street and I can live my own life, rear my own offspring. But when I'm a pet, I'm always dependent on my owner. He just throws some, or he feeds me lovingly, but I'm not in my natural environment. He gives me something with a lot of love, but not my real life and my real environment and ecosystem, which as a dog I really yearn. I would want to go and live my own social life. These humans are always partying, going out, having their kids at the right time, and living their own lives. Whereas as a dog, I'm always being asked to only wag my tail, keep my owner happy, and keep walking around the house. And I can even step out of the house only when my owner has time. Is it not injustice? And my ancestors used to take care of a huge farm, and they had so much of freedom. So I really feel, as a dog, if I'm born a dog, I would not love to be a pet. I would prefer to be a stray, where I can have my full freedom and live my own life as a dog. Thank you, TT Master.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's an awesome speech. So I just planned something different. I just need two volunteers, and each one have to give just 1 minute speech. I'll just display an image in the screen. Just 1 minute. Is there any volunteers available? 2 members.
Yes, I will take.
Okay.
And even Toastmaster Dinesh has raised his hand.
Okay. Just give me a minute. Sorry for the delay. Is the screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. TM Mahalakshmi, are you ready?
Before that, I need to some confirmations. I would like, by seeing this image, I could create the story, right?
Yes, ma'am. You have to speak for 1 minute.
Okay.
It can be anything, ma'am. You can just relate the image to the life, or you can just speak about the image. It's up to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Timer, you can start the timings. By seeing this image, like a cat is thinking itself like a lion. I feel I really appreciate the cat, because it felt like it can do the ability as what a lion will do. Like humans, we should also think our inner qualities, like we can do anything in the world, in the anything in the world, like a lion can hunt. Cat is not like this. When the enemies are around at them, around the cat, that the time cat will react in a different way. He will shout, it will shout, and he will roar like this. When the dangers comes to us, it will shout like a lion, so that humans also do like this. When the time is comes, you have to show your ability. Thank you. Over to you, to Toastmaster Shrutika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. It's an awesome one. TM Dinesh, are you ready?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. The mouse,
Your time starts now.
the mouse knows that there is a trap in front of it. But being attracted by the food hooked into the trap, it keeps the helmet and plans to combat the risk while having that enjoyable food. However, it is cautious. That cautiousness will save it or not, that is the question. But it saves it. It keeps the helmet in order to save from that. The helmet, even though it is reducing the effect of the risk, however, it is not completely reducing the risk. That is why it is again cautiously looking at it, and it will find a way how to get it without getting trapped. Over to you, Toastmaster, table topic master.
Thank you so much, sir.
Is the screen visible to everyone? Okay.
Yes, visible.
Yes, yes.
So what is this breed?
Pomeranian?
No.
Pomeranian will be small.
Yeah,
tiny,
the white one. Very famous household dog in India.
Yes.
So this is called the African hound. Okay, this one.
Siberian Husky.
No, I knew everyone would say this is a Siberian Husky, but it's a very close relative of Siberian Husky.
Alaskan something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Alaskan hound?
No. The Husky and this one look so similar. It's an Alaskan Malamute. So basically Husky is from Siberia and this is from Alaska. This one. Another famous household dog.
Bulldog.
Yeah. The
Hutch
bulldog.
dog. We used to call us Hutch dog. No?
Yeah, Hutch dog is actually pug.
Buck,
But,
yeah, buck.
bulldogs are, muscular and all.
My hostel owner have this. Has this
This one.
bulldog.
Poodle. Yeah, this is a poodle, another very famous star of these dog shows. People love grooming it, cutting the hair, styling it.
Dachshund.
Yeah.
Yeah. So American famous dog.
Yeah, correct.
Dachshund.
Again, people love styling their dogs. These are very famous, but we actually don't know the breed names. Any guesses? Nope. It's called the Yorkshire Terrier.
Yorkshire.
There we have our favorite
Husky.
Siberian Husky.
Husky.
Please don't try to have huskies if you're living in India.
I met an husky once in a park.
Yeah. We in the
Great
third
Dane?
gate of VIT, right? Yeah,
It's also
someone
one
said,
type
yeah,
of bulldog.
Yeah, Great Dane.
Great Dane. Yeah.
Great.
This is a very famous meme dog that we all know as, Doge and Cheems. But what is its real name? It also comes from China. During the lockdown, there wasn't a meme that did not have the face of this dog.
This comes in Hachiko, right?
Hachiko.
We forgot the name of the
I think Hachiko is
Akita, yeah. Akita?
No. Something very.
Dogecoin.
Yeah.
It's kind of coin name, right?
Yeah, that's
coin
that's a
something.
cryptocurrency. Yeah.
Yes, I saw this dog.
Yeah. We
Is it a
have
corgi?
No. Corgi is a bit smaller than this. This is tall enough.
Even
Shiba
the
Inu.
name will start
Yeah,
with
exactly. Who said
Ivan.
that?
Oh.
Who said Shiba Inu?
Me.
I think
very nice.
Mahasmi, she knows everything about dog.
No, sir. I saw. Somebody gave a clue. No, it's a Dogecoin. So
Yeah.
I saw the dog in that.
The dog became so popular with the memes that they even found a cryptocurrency out of it. So good guess, Maha. So with that, we're coming to the end of guess.
I thought that he's a Rajapalayam.
Give me a second. Is the screen visible? No, right?
Not it.
No, it's
Oh, I've pulled it down.
You saw some Indian breeds, ma'am. You have shown all foreign dogs.
Yeah, we'll do that in Who Let the Dog Out 2.0.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for the engagement that everyone gave in. So let us now move on to the most important segment of today, the evaluation and feedback segment. For this, let us call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Karpas.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Let us have the evaluation section now. To evaluate the first speaker, Toastmaster Archana, we have Madam Toastmaster here, Toastmaster Kriti. Help me to welcome Toastmaster Kriti on visual screen for evaluating Toastmaster Archana. Over to you, Kriti.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Congratulations, Toastmaster Archana, for completing your Level 2 Project 1. Kudos to you. Things which stood up out for me are you use the most powerful tool of storytelling, which made us think, which made us realize the leadership skills later on. The best way is, it is known that the best way to start a speech is through story, which grabs the audience attention towards you. And secondly, you had a very good hand gestures when you said the beak is blunt and all the feathers were worn out. These all made us imagine visually the story. Thirdly, you had a good clarity in your voice and you made sure the audience were listening to your speech when you did this by stressing on the word 150 long days. You repeated it again and said that 150 long days. These were the things. And we all know that we need to be in a path to strive continuous improvement instead of perfection. So here I could find some improvement, a few improvement, which can be implemented in your future speeches. I could find that you had a little bit fast pace while you were storytelling. I know you had a lot of content in it, but next time when you try to deliver a speech, try to lower slow down the pace to make the speech stay in the minds of the audience even after the speech is over. Yeah, this was a little suggestion. Otherwise, the whole speech was full, packed on with all introduction. The structure was also nice. So summarizing, you used the most powerful tool of storytelling. Then you had very good hand gestures. You had very good clarity in your speech. The only thing I want you to improve is a little bit slow your pace while delivering, like when you're telling a story, so that it will stay as an impact in the audience side. Thank you. Over to the G.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kriti, for a wonderful introduction. This may help the Toastmaster Archana for improvising her speech. The second speaker was Toastmaster Maheswaran. We have Toastmaster Dinesh here to evaluate him. Toastmaster Dinesh, you are there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, thank you so much for your...
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Your video, please.
No video, I cannot on. If I on video, there is a problem.
Yeah, no issue, sir. No issue, sir. Please, help me to welcome Toastmaster Dinesh on virtual screen for evaluating Toastmaster Maheswaran's speech. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karpasamy. At this point of time in early in the evening, I am very hungry, and my target speaker is telling about tandoori chicken and pani puri, whereas I was just thinking yesterday that, oh, I should have a set of pani puri. Anyway, good evening, Toastmasters and guests. My target speaker delivered his speech number 1 of level 3, which is all about planning and implementation. In this time post-COVID, we are having Toastmaster sessions online and offline and hybrid in some area. We are all facing the same issue to get members. Actually, all Toastmasters Vice President membership are facing a big challenge to get more members attracted to Toastmasters, whereas people are still hesitant to come out and join meetings. So he rightly identified the challenge, and with his youth enthusiasm and so much energy, he explained how he has planned to overcome this dilemma. He has got all the elements of planning, that his objectives are very smart. Smart means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. He specifically said which sector of the members he is going to attract. He said out of in a class how much percentage he may get, and it is very much achievable and realistic too. Only improvement which I can suggest is you would have explained the time bound also, that 6 months is his tenure or 1 year is his tenure, of which 3 months he will do that, and next 2 months he will expect the result. If not, what will happen? That also he could have included. And another improvement which I would suggest is his enthusiastic sentences sometimes clashes with each other themselves, and we are not getting that distinctly. If he improve on that, it will be excellent to hear his future speeches. I am very much eager to enjoy his future speeches. Over to you, Toastmaster Kapsan.
Thank you so much, Dinesh sir, for flawless meaningful evaluation. This may definitely not to the speaker itself, it will be helpful for all the Toastmasters, those who are hearing this, for improvising their Toastmastering. Thank you so much, sir. With this, we are coming to an end of the evaluation section. Timer, please, can you read out the time taken by both evaluators?
Yes, sir. When a speaker takes too much time to deliver the center point or speak beyond their time limit, a time-poor audience may choose to abandon them. It is therefore very important to deliver your perfect message in the time allotted to you. I'm very happy to congratulate all the speakers because all of them have qualified in today's session and have been able to deliver this speech within the specified time limits. I'll be sharing the report now. Please let me know if the
No,
screen is visible.
just a moment. I will call you for this, the tag team report. Yeah, thank
Yes,
you
sir.
so much, Timer, for announcing the qualified evaluators. Now we will go for the tag team report. First, I call Toastmaster Ashwin to present the timer report. Thank you, Ashwin. Over to you, Ashwin.
Thank you, sir. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Ashwin.
Coming to prepared speeches, speaker 1, TM Achana, has qualified and her time was 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Speaker 2, TM Maheshwaran, also qualified today's session by presenting his speech within the time limit 2 to 3 minutes, according to the instructions given by his level and project, by giving a speech in 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Coming to table topic speeches, TM Karpsami took 2 minutes 10 seconds and has qualified. Myself, TM Ashwin, has taken 1 minute 40 seconds and also has qualified. TM Achana took 1 minute 55 seconds, whereas TM Dinesh took 1 minute and 5 seconds, and TM Mahalakshmi took exactly 1 minute. All of us has qualified in the table topic session. Coming to evaluation, evaluator 1, TM Kriti, took 2 minutes 33 seconds and has qualified. And evaluator 2, TM Dinesh, took 2 minutes 53 seconds and has also qualified. That's the conclusion of my report. I hand over the session now back to the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashwin, for a wonderful timer report. Now I request Toastmaster Sadhana to deliver her encounter report. Since all speeches were concluded within the time, the Ashwin didn't roar. Very good. So Sadhana is coming with accounts. Let us see how she is going to perform with. She is going to roar or she is going to do something. Over to you, Sadhana.
Thank you, Chandra. Dear fellow Toastmasters, friends, and guests, I'm back. It's pleasure to listening to your speeches, and my report is here. So coming to first speaker one, Achna has no accounts, and big congratulations to you, and keep it up. And coming to evaluator one, Kriti Sarana has less than 5 accounts, and evaluator Dinesh has no accounts. Speaker 2, Maheshwaran has less than 5 accounts, but there was some repeated words like also and, so that was a thing. And coming to table topic speakers, there was very less than account. That was really appreciable, and this was a great session. And from this session, I found that overused words are and overall considered to be, and the session was really great. And now coming to my request, okay. So one request from my side is, after completing your like if you're giving a speech, if you're completing one word, just leave space for 1 second, not more than 1 second. If you take lag, so that will consider to be a lag, obviously, and which will, that may cause like understanding people won't understand properly, and they will lose their interest if you're leaving more than 2 seconds gap in between your speech. So please watch according to it. And coming to my personal, I will give some correction tips, common tips to in order to develop your speech. So first thing, have a short sentence, and second thing, calm yourself and collect your thoughts. third thing is be slow and have a same flow. And that's it. Hope my report will definitely help you to improve. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, accountant, for a short and sweet accountant report. I thought you will be losing your temperament at the end of the report. You started saying something and then you have given some suggestions. Thank you so much. Now, I call our English teacher, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, to suggest what we have to improve in this session. Over to you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for calling me back. And first of all, I would like to confirm one thing. I'm not your English teacher, sir. See, I'm also practicing. I took this chance to improve my vocabulary skills like this. I can say I definitely add so many words into my vocabulary. Today it was a wonderful sessions. I learned a lot from everyone. This is the time to give my report. Today, two speakers use the quote. The quote is once again. The strength of the pack is wolf, and the strength of a wolf is pack. Said by Rudyard Clippings in the Jungle Book, used by the first speaker, and the second speaker used. If you want to walk fast, walk alone. But if you want to walk far, walk together, said by Ratan Tata. It's the two most valuable quotes. And today I saw so many excellent words. That is, one word is ornithology, which means a branch of zoology dealing with studies of birds. And couch potato, it's an idiom, lazy or inactive persons. Eaglet means young eagle. And aggressive, which means ready or likely to fight or argue. Couch potato, lazy or inactive person. Proto dog, reminiscent of a first dog to become much loved member of the human pack. And so many like canine ancestors, ampers, protectivity, and nutshell. These are the words I saw used by many speakers. I really appreciate you all. And today the word temperament is not used by anyone while speaking. So I would like say for that. In the I didn't get any grammatical mispronunciation except ornithology. It's not ornithologist. I don't know the word, like it's called ornithology, and I used pronunciation. It's not pronunciation, it's a pronunciation. So like that, gesture, somebody uses a gesture, gestures. It's not a gestures, it's a gesture. Gestures. This is the misused. I also used mispronunciation. I will try to change in further sessions. I would like to say everybody try to use a proper pronunciations. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Over to you to Karpaswamy sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, for a wonderful grammarian report. So really useful for us, not only for the speakers, it is useful for the entire audience. Thank you so much. With this, we are ending with the tag team report.
I will put it my report in the chat box. Please go through it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Now we will come to General Evaluator report. The meeting was started by Sergeant at Arms and presided by the presiding officer, Toastmaster Kriti, followed by Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Swami, and General Evaluator, myself, introduction of tag team. We had two excellent prepared speeches today. In that, the first speech delivered by Archana was very nice. See, her leadership speech, the transformation of leadership speech was very nice. Then one more highlight is Toastmaster has done video and audio test for the speakers. That also outstanding. Toastmaster the TT Master Toastmaster Shrutika has done a wonderful job today. She has used a special technique to place the question to the speakers. That was very nice. Then we had 2 evaluations today. The evaluator 2 has used the SMART for evaluation. Time report was wonderful with different color code. That too green for the acceptable time limit. Dear Toastmasters, there are some opportunities for improvement in this session. Actually, we have to start our meeting by 4.4 in the evening 4 hours 30 minutes we have to start, but we have started late by 6 minutes. VP Education, TMOD and General Evaluator, myself are responsible for starting the meeting on time. I suggest you to do the same in the next meeting. And Postmaster of the day should request the speakers to ping the timer before she asks for the video and audio test. Then Postmaster and the table topic master, they have to ask for the timer report whether their speakers are qualified or not, to know the qualification. Then some of our Toastmasters, they used the word, instead of Toastmasters, they used TM Mahalakshmi, TM Shrutika, like that. It should be Toastmaster Shrutika. That is sounds good than TM Mahalakshmi. Then the word of the day, temperament, as told by our grammarian. See, it should be practiced to use. Why the people, the Toastmasters, they didn't use that word of the day? We have to think while. See, this has to be announced 2 or 3 days before, so that it is easy for the speakers to include the word of the day into their speech. So it is a request from me to announce the word of the day 2 or 3 days prior to the meeting day. Thank you so much for the opportunity given to me. The entire session was fun-filled, as well as the interesting. All Toastmasters, they interestingly attended, participated the meeting. Thank you so much for the opportunity given to me. I'm handing over the session back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Somini. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, General Evaluator and evaluators, for your valuable feedback. So I might request everyone to vote for deciding on the winners for today in the above link. You can find the link in the chat window.
Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Somini, has collected many informations about dog. That was awesome. Kudos to you. If you publish it in the WhatsApp group, it will be useful for all the audience as well as all the team members. Please do it.
Yeah, definitely, Toastmaster.
Meanwhile, I would like to use the space. Shall I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Welcome back, VTC. As a secretary, I would like to conduct a one game like we were present in this today's meeting, no? So next meeting, I will ask a one any questions related to this week, this sessions. Anyone can able to answer. I will give the reward point or something. Thank you. This is like a listener's test.
Thank
Round
you,
robin.
Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. We'll definitely do it.
We all go through the video, be aware of the sessions, just rock it.
Absolutely. So yeah, thank you everyone for voting. Thank you, Mahalakshmi, for incorporating the idea. So yeah, back to the theme. We need to finish and wrap it up and put a bow on top of its head, right? We have enjoyed being with dogs, playing with dogs, and laughing at their shenanigans, even through a phone screen. But let us all understand that when we talk about dogs and our love for dogs, we are talking about all the dogs in the world, not just the ones that we have at home. Especially India as a country is not a stranger to seeing those stray babies on the street. We love a few breeds, yes, but let us not let us try our maximum to adopt instead of shopping. Taking care of those homeless stray babies on the street when the weather conditions are not favorable, like right now. Be friendly to them and treat them the same as you would a domestic dog. When we call ourselves dog lovers, let us make sure that our love for the four-legged babies are unconditional. Thank you. Over to the presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for a wonderful session, which almost all of us loved it, including the dog lovers like Toastmaster Karpasamy, Toastmaster Ashwin, Toastmaster Archana, and others also got information about certain breeds about the dogs. So let me now introduce. Let you know the winners. So for the best tag role player, it is Toastmaster Ashwin. Best role player, it's of course Toastmaster Soumya. And best evaluator, Toastmaster Kriti. Best table topic speech, it is Toastmaster Archana. And the best speaker is Toastmaster Maheshwaran. It was a wonderful session. I would like to I utilize this time to get feedback from our guests and also our fellow Toastmasters outside VTC. So first I call upon Toastmaster Dinesh. Introduce yourself, from which club are you from, and how was the session overall? How was the experience being in VTC?
Good evening, Toastmasters. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Good evening for this wonderful evening. I really enjoyed the information about dogs, but I don't like dogs at all. If pets are there in my home, I feel very much uncomfortable. But I was very much comfortable and enjoyed this evening. Toastmaster Soumya, you have done a great job that even a dog hater started loving dogs now. You give such big information and your heart-touching messages regarding street dogs of India are also very much attractive. Thank you very much. And the meeting was excellent. Only thing is that I was expecting more members. So again, my target speaker will bring more members through his Pani Puri experiment. And hopefully next time when we come there will be more participants. Thank you all.
Sure.
Over to you.
Thank you for being here, Toastmaster Dinesh. Now, can we have Toastmaster Maheshwaran?
Yes, it was a quite good session. After attending a lot of physical meeting, it's also a new thing for me attending a Zoom meeting after a long time. It's been since ages. Before COVID, even before COVID or during COVID, we conducted a meeting physical mode to overcome the stage fear. Most of the club members wished, though we are in a college, they are college also promote us and allow us to conduct physical meeting. So it's not a big issue for us to conduct a physical meeting. When it comes to an online meeting, a network glitches, the phone placement, we don't know when the phone will slip or when the network glitch will take place. So it's a good learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maheshwari. Now I call upon our guest, Aarti. How did you feel about the session?
Yeah, first of all, it is very useful, and I came to know a lot of information. Each of them we've been talking various things about the same topic, dogs, and also I came to know a lot of breeds because I don't know any name before. Now I came to know new breeds, and literally I'm not that much interested about dogs, but while I attended this session, I felt little interesting about all these topics, and yeah, it's very interactive. Thanks for the session.
Thank you, Aarti, for being here. Now I call upon guest again, Krishna Vaishnavi, on how was the session?
Thank you, Kriti, for introducing me with my old name, Vaishnavi.
I remember,
So,
but
good evening, everyone. Yeah, even I remember you during my school days and in VIT as well. So I wanted to join Toastmaster like 2 months ago, but then I got held up. I couldn't join. But fortunately, Daphne gave me the link for this session. So I joined as a guest. So it was a complete session, right from how I really like how soundly she gave the facts about dogs and the different breeds. So even I had to Google in between to see what was it, but I didn't know whether I was supposed to switch on the mic and I can interrupt or something. So I was just staying quiet, but I was doing the voting and all. And I really liked the way how you evaluated the session. It was so nice. Like you were giving anything, like how the person she spoke and where she paused and all that. And I was learning a lot of things, like what is the breed, different names of the breed, right from the general evaluator and everyone, they were able to tell their own names and it's nice. Timer and the grammarian. Also, she was able to give like what was the new word, why we didn't speak it. So that's when I learned, okay, you're supposed to use the word throughout the session. So it was like a learning for me also from this Toastmaster session, and it was a good learning and a complete session. Thank you, Kriti.
Thank you, Krishna. Hope to see you in the next meeting as well. And I guess we are done. And Toastmaster Karupasamy, I guess we already got the feedback through the GE report. Am I audible?
Yeah, thank you.
Because my
for
the screen
calling.
is paused, like my screen is freezed.